Good afternoon and welcome to GBS Enterprises WebEx for Benefits at a Glance and our open enrollment meetings for December 1st through November 30th. Pause. Good afternoon and welcome to GBS Enterprises open enrollment meeting to discuss the new benefits that are coming for December 1st, 2018 through November 30th, 2019. This is your open enrollment for the employees. You will be able to use this time to add dependents or remove dependents, add your benefits or remove dependents. This is the time that you want to do that. If you elect your benefits, they will be good on a payroll deduction through November 30th, 2019. The only other time you will be able to make any changes is if you have a qualifying event. A qualifying event would be if you were to have a marriage, a death, a newborn, your dependent is coming off of his or her plan, or you are enrolling on your dependent's medical. You will need to supply paperwork to support this if you are doing this off of your open enrollment period. We have put, as you can see on Benefits at a Glance, in the middle, it does give you a little bit information on that, just as a follow-up. Also on the Benefits at a Glance, you can see that we have given you instructions on how to find your provider if you were looking for Blue Cross Blue Shield and also for dental. Remember, if you have a dependent on the medical, they can stay on it till they are of age 30. If they are on any of the ancillary benefits, like your dental, vision, accident, they can stay on it till the age 26. We are going to go ahead and change to the next page. The good news is that we are staying with Blue Cross Blue Shield for a benefit period December 1st through November 30th, 2019. As we all know that healthcare is very expensive and goes up every year. The wonderful thing that you have when you are working for GBS is that they have, as your employer, have agreed to accept any increase that has happened this year. If you are enrolled in the plan 5302 Blue Options, you will not see an increase at all. This is a great benefit for you. You can see that at the bottom, your employer pays $331.83 for every employee that is enrolled on medical. I'm going to go through, because the plans are the same, I'm going to go through and discuss the two front plans. You can see that if you were on the Blue Options 5302, you have a primary care of $30, a specialist of $55. You also have, if you go to the convenient care, a copay for $30. There's an emergency room copay of $300 and urgent care $60. The other benefits is where your deductible will come into play. So if you were to have an X-ray, CAT scan, MRI, inpatient, outpatient, you will be subject to your deductible and then 30% co-insurance after that. The plan has a generic only prescription. So if you find that you are somebody who needs to take prescriptions and would fall into the tier 3 or tier 2 preferred, this would not be a plan that would be good for you. You should look at one of the other plans. This is a very good plan. The network is large for any of the plans that you choose with Blue Cross Blue Options. Please remember, whatever plan that you do decide to choose on, that WellCare is at a zero cost share to you. The next plan is the 31, 60, and 61. This is a high deductible plan. A high deductible plan means that you are going to pay your deductible first, then the co-insurance till you reach your out-of-pocket maximum. the thing to know about the high deductible plan is that you can enroll in what's called a health savings plan. A health savings plan allows you to put money into a bank account that belongs to you. And if you were to leave GBS, that money would go with you. You can use those funds to pay for your medical deductible, copay, co-insurances. You can use it for dental, vision. There are an array of items that the government allows you to use this money for. It is not like an FSA where it's a use it or lose it. You will be able to keep it. If you don't use it, it stays and it grows. The other plans with Blue Cross Blue Shield, as you can see, have copays, deductibles, and they're in different areas that you can look at. On Employee Navigator, you will be able to see the benefit summaries that will give this in greater detail for you, but this is a good way for you to compare. And down at the bottom, we have actually put down what the employee cost will be. If you have dependents, you will have to log on to Employee Navigator to see what the cost will be for your dependents. The next page, I wanted to discuss, just as a friendly reminder, that Publix in the state of Florida has free prescription drugs. You just have to ask them what the formulary is, and if the prescription is being covered by Publix's free benefits. If that was the case, you would not even use your prescription card. The Walmart and Target have $4. Again, you would not even use your prescription drug card for that. GoodRx is here. It's a great website when you're trying to compare what different prescriptions would cost at different pharmacies. We've already discussed the health savings account, so I don't think we should go any further into that. We're going to go ahead and switch to the next page. Florida Blue has these clinic siestas popping up. They are started in Miami, and they are moving through South Florida. They are a place where they have primary care, they have specialists, they have walk-in, they have urgent care, laboratory services, diagnostic testing and imaging. They can give you vaccinations. They have it for a $5 copay as opposed to what you would pay if you were going to your primary care. There are locations that, like I said, are popping up everywhere. If you're located in an area that has the siestas, I highly recommend that you stop in, see if it's a benefit that could be something you would want to use as opposed to going to a primary care doctor. Again, you can see that in Coral Springs, they're adding one, Miami-Dade's getting a new one, Plantation, Lauderhill Lakes. Okay, page 6. Great news. We're staying with Guardian. Nobody will see an increase in their premium. That's a very good news. You can see we have 2 PPO plans to choose from. You would have a $50 deductible if you stay in network for your individual. If you were to use your fillings, single tooth extraction, or if you needed to go into a root canal, periodontal, you could see you'd be responsible for the deductible and then 50%. The buy-up plan, the difference is the percentage that you would pay for the services in the filling, surgical, and root canal are a little more richer, and the out-of-network benefits are a little bit richer, and they also have orthodontists. The thing I want to remind you, if you were in the dental plan already and you went and had a cleaning done and you did not exceed $500, Guardian will give you an additional monies towards your out-of-pocket maximum. You can find this information once you log into your Guardian Anytime member portal, and it will show you what your rollover amount is. Going on to vision, our network is Davis Vision. You can see that there is a $10 copay for an office visit. If you were to have glasses, there is a single bifocal, trifocal, or all $25 copay. If you have to buy glasses, the frames they give you is $130 retail allowance plus a 20% over the cost of the lenses. If it's more, over the frames, if it's more than $130. They give you a $130 allowance for your contact lenses, and it continues discount of 15% if the contact lenses are more than $130. Please keep in mind that you cannot do frames and contacts in the same year. Frames you can do every other year. Lenses can be updated every year. You do have the right to go out of network, but if you see that the out of network allowance, they don't reimburse very well. We highly recommend that everybody stay in the network. Nieces, your nephews. For every person you enroll, you get a point. For every dental work you have done, you get a point. Those points convert into real life dollars that children can use or a child can use towards a college tuition benefit. There's more than 375 participating private colleges and universities today. That number is continuously growing. They have done studies that show that the benefit could be worth up to 25% off the cost of a 4-year undergraduate tuition. We highly recommend you take the time to enroll and let it earn money as you go. It costs you nothing but your time for enrolling. You can find additional information regarding the college tuition benefit on Employee Navigator. The next benefit we're going to talk about is the accident benefit. There, once again, was no increase on the employee premium this year. The accident benefit is exactly that. It will pay you if you were to be in an accident. $1,000 for a hospital admission. Remember when I told you for medical, if you go and get your well visit, you submit that explanation of benefits for a well visit. You will have a $50 wellness visit that day. You've made some money. If you were needing stitches, there's a fee schedule for up to $400 it replaces. The same thing with the dislocation of a joint, they could pay up to $4,000. If you needed urgent care, it pays you $75. This is just cost of an employee who can then enroll their entire family with no additional cost. You need to enroll in the benefit. You will get a link to enroll a website. You would enroll both yourself, your family members. You would give them your health background. And the reason for this is just that if, God forbid, you got sick, you want to be able to make sure that the doctor who's on call will be able to see what your health history is so that they could then prescribe the correct medicine. The thing that's so great about this is though all the other medical plans all have a copay for your primary care, if you were to use this benefit, there is a zero copay to speak to a doctor. They get back to you right away, usually within 10 minutes. I wanted to bring out to your attention that you would speak to a true medical physician, not a physician assistant, but you would actually really get a doctor. So if you were not feeling well, let's just say you were sitting at your desk and you felt like you had a sore throat or you're coming down with something, you could just log into your account, send an email, pick up the phone, call them, tell them, that you're waiting to hear back. They call you. They tell you, tell them what your ailment is. They can diagnose you over the phone. They can send you a prescription to your pharmacy if you need it. And this way you've avoided having to leave, go sit in a doctor's office for 4 hours, waiting for your turn when you just don't feel like you can even get out of bed or you want to go sit someplace or leave your desk. It's a perfect plan. I love it because there's a zero cost share to talk to the physician. Please keep in mind, they will not prescribe narcotics. So just know that. Alternative medicine is also there for acupuncturists, massage therapists. You would have to use the network that is provided to you in your welcome kit. And the same thing with the pet care. You would have to use their network, but you could see a savings of up to 35% on pet products and services from the participating merchants. Plus, there are additional benefits that come with it. You can find more information on Employee Navigator. The critical illness and cancer rider. We know that everybody knows somebody that's been at least touched by either a critical illness like a heart attack or a cancer. This plan would pay you. It would pay you if you needed to have a biopsy. It would pay you if you had a diagnosis, if you were going through treatment. It's a benefit that does pay you. You can find more information on this in Employee Navigator as well. If you did not enroll in this benefit last year, and this is you decide you want to enroll in it this year, you will be having to complete what's called an Evidence of Insurability, EOI. If you do not complete one and you are new to the benefit, you will not be eligible for the benefit. We will need all evidence of insurability to be submitted to either Guardian Anytime, and there will be a link on Employee Navigator where you can apply directly, or you can fill out on paper. You would just click on the link, print it, you can fill it on paper. You're more than happy to send it to me, and I'd be happy to forward it to Guardian on your behalf if paper is how you choose. Please remember, if you didn't elect it and you want the benefit this year, you must complete the evidence of insurability. Short-term disability. Great news about this is that the rates have decreased this year. Great benefit. Once again, if you're enrolled in it, you will not need to complete an evidence of insurability. But anybody who is new and thinking they want to enroll in the short-term disability, they must complete an evidence of insurability. Short-term disability is offered to anybody who works 30 hours or more. It comes in and fills in when, God forbid, you are sick or you have an accident. It will pay you. It will help you keep maybe your mortgage, your electric, your phone, your food. It guarantees your paycheck. When short-term disability ends, we are introducing a brand new benefit this year called the long-term disability. This would fill in when short-term disability ends, and God forbid you find that you are going to be on a long-term disability. It will take you all the way through your Social Security age. Remember, it pays you 60% of your salary. It will allow you to, once again, secure a paycheck to come in if, God forbid, you were sick or injured. The next benefit we're going to talk about is a voluntary hospital indemnity. It is strictly just that. You'll have a choice between a $1,000 inpatient benefit or a $2,000 patient benefit. You can find the rates on Employee Navigator. Once again, this is a benefit that pays you. Doesn't pay the provider, doesn't pay the hospital, it pays you. How you choose to apply the money that has been given to you is really up to you. If you want to use it to pay your deductible, your copay, your coinsurance, strictly up to you, or your mortgage, shopping, a cruise, really it's up to you. Another benefit I want to talk to you about, which is very exciting, we were able to secure one time at open enrollment only for life and AD&D that you can enroll up to $150,000 for an employee and AD&D with no evidence of insurability. So that means if you were a new hire prior to open enrollment this year, or you've been working with GBS prior to open enrollment of this year, and you never elected the life insurance, you will be able to come on guaranteed up to $150,000 with AD&D with no questions asked. If you would like to secure more than $150,000, you can apply with using evidence of insurability up to $500,000. But you will and must complete evidence of insurability. That gets sent to Guardian, and they will then let you know if you've been approved or not. Keep in mind, if you apply for more than the 150 and Guardian comes in and denies you for the additional, they cannot take away the $150,000. This is your one time to do it with no EOI. This is a huge benefit. I really encourage everybody to take advantage of this and take a look. You have guaranteed issue for a dependent of $10,000 and a child dependent of up to $10,000. You can have your dependent spouse have a maximum of $250,000, but if they were to elect more than the $10,000, they will have to have evidence of insurability completed. I tell everyone that you really don't realize how cheap benefits are when it's bought in a group setting. If anybody's ever looked to see what life insurance looks like on an individual plan out there in the individual market, it is super expensive. But when you buy it through a group setting, you'd be surprised how very reasonable it can be. The next benefit I want to talk about is the identity theft. This is the carriers, the LifeLock. I think most people have heard of them. If you've ever had your identity stolen, you would need definitely some help that can help you deal with the Social Security, deal with the IRS, deal with the credit cards. They can spend up to $1 million to help you get your good name back and your credit back. I know that everybody has been logged on to Employee Navigator and has enrolled in their benefits, and whether they have either elected or declined their benefits. If you have forgot your username, I would say 90% of GBS employees have used their GBS email address. But if you have tried that and don't know it, you can reach out to both myself, Debbie Rito, or Colleen Hernandez, or Diana. She could help you with your login name. We do not have access to the passwords, so you would log in if you forgot your password and just click Forgot Password. You will get a link and you just follow that. I need to remind everybody that they must either log in, or they must log in, sorry, and you must either accept or decline every benefit. Please keep in mind that the benefits are a la carte. You can log in and have the medical and then decide you don't want the dental, but you want the vision and the accident. You can do the same for your dependent children or your spouse. You can have them on medical and waive them on dental, but decide you want them to have vision. Common denominator must be the employee enrolled. We are asking that everybody must be done with their benefit elections by Thursday, October 25th, 2018, so that we can submit all the changes to the carriers. If somebody doesn't do it, it holds up the entire group. So we are asking, please don't be the person that holds up our submission to the carriers. We have also left all of the contact phone numbers for your medical, dental, and all the benefits, as well as myself and Colleen's contact information if you were to have any questions regarding the benefits. Employee Navigator is a place that houses all of this information that is open to you 24/7. You can log in, make your elections through your cell phone, a tablet, your iPad, your computer, 24/7. Doesn't have to be during work hours. You make your election, and plus, after open enrollment has closed, Employee Navigator is always open to you to go as a search to look for phone numbers, to look for your benefits, to look for your schedule of services, if you were to use the dental, or if you needed to look at the critical illness or the accident plan. It's always open to you. I highly recommend that everybody log into Blue Cross Blue Shield as a member if you have not done so already, and register. There's a wealth of information that is provided to all the members of Blue Cross Blue Shield. If you are enrolled in any of the ancillary benefits through Guardian, highly recommend. Log into Guardian anytime, register as a member. You can find your EOB, it can take you to your provider, you can find phone numbers. Again, if you need forms, if you need to submit a claim, all that information is found in your member portal. Anybody has any questions about their benefits or trouble logging in, please feel free to give Colleen or myself a call. We would be happy to answer any questions that you have or help you reset your password. I want to thank you for your time, and I hope you have a great day.